Welcome back to Healing Lives with Positivity 24/7, 365 and 24/7. This is a platform dedicated to healing lives with positivity from my inner child to your inner child. Congratulations, look how far you've come. If you're new to this platform, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Drop a heart down below. Let us know that you're here. Show some love, and I promise you, we will absolutely love you for free over here. You are more than welcome to stay, stand, sit down, laugh, cry, whatever it is. I hope that by the time you finish this video, you will be feeling a whole lot better than when you came in. If you're feeling good right now, then it's only going to get better. Listen, if you're returning back to this platform, you already know what it is. You are my beautiful, amazing Soul Tribe family, and I love y'all so freaking much. Come on in. I've already been up meditating, so right now my energy is really, really high, but I'm finding the medium, the middle ground. And so I feel really good today, okay? I just want to share this good energy with you with the hopes that it rubs off, with the hopes that it just becomes contagious. I really want that. This is the intention of this platform. So come on in. Let's start out by taking 3 nice, deep breaths. You can't mess this up. Don't overthink it. But it's always really good when you breathe from the bottom of your, let's just say your root chakra, like the end of your tailbone, right? You want to go deep. You want to fill your entire body with this breath. For those of you that already know how to breathe, baby, continue to get your breathe on. Starting now. Inhale through the nose. This is a really nice way to slowly open your third eye. And the thing about opening up the third eye, it's not for the weak. I just needed to say that by way of a spiritual disclaimer. So be patient with yourself. You could have some things going on with your ears. I just heard Kundalini experience by way of healing. Remember, your root chakra stores all of what you are, what you've kept either hidden and or what you need to release. So always starting with the root chakra, working your way up. I truly believe the first root chakra really is in your feet. There's a lot of nerve endings and chakras in your feet. This is why being grounded is so powerful. As I learn, I just want to be very transparent in sharing that with you. And so that is for somebody specific, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey. So today we're going to be talking about moving forward. What does that look like and how do you do it, right? So, it's so interesting because lately I've been meeting a lot of cool people. It's like natural magnetism. I'm just on a good vibration. I'm being positive on purpose. No matter what, I'm finding something to be happy about. Even if it's just the flower outside of my window or the fact that my son got an A on his test, right? Well, that's really his accomplishment, but that makes me feel really good. Little things, the fact that I can blink my eyes. Yeah, the fact that I can take a deep breath. These are things to be thankful for, right? But I've been meeting a lot of amazing people. And it's so interesting because they always say, oh my God, you're so happy, but so are they. And that's why I'm attracting them. What people fail to realize about people that are happy, what you don't see is what it took. So we could constantly say, oh, I'm healing lives with positivity because I've healed my life with positivity. It's one thing to have tested, proven, and tried something. And it's another thing to say, well, I think I'm healing, right? Well, you'll always be in a state of healing. One has to get to a point where they're healed. And so in that, it's so important to take every part of yourself, every part of who you are, every blood vessel, every cell in your body, every brain cell, every bone in your body, everything that you are in this physical vessel, right? Energetically, and really engulf your senses, all of your chakras, okay? You got chakras in your stomach, you got chakras in your knees. I'm talking all your chakras. And really decide, what does that look like with me moving forward from whatever that is that you feel you need to move forward from, right? So sometimes we hit a plateau. Sometimes, we feel like there's something else that we're supposed to be doing. Sometimes, we set a goal and we accomplish it, and then we're focused more on the end game as opposed to the right now moment. I'm learning that right now, y'all. I'm very systematic. I'm very get it done kind of person. I'm very meticulous with what it is that I'm doing. Whatever it is, I want to do it well. All my life I heard my mother say, perfect. That's perfect. And then I would hear other people say, oh, nothing in life is perfect. It's interesting because the moment I attach myself to that way of thinking, nothing in life was perfect. Nothing was ever good enough. But really, there is a such thing as perfection. What's perfect is this moment right now and what's in it. What's perfect in this moment is the fact that these candles are candling ever so effortlessly. My flowers that appear to be real are giving me this beautiful energy of just the sun, right? That's what's perfect right now in this moment. It's 7:55 on the clock. What's perfect is the fact that in this moment, my life has been healed with positivity. And I get to share that with everybody else, right? And be transparent and let people know who I am. It's one thing to be a reader, right, on my other platform, and I channel a lot of energies, right? Those readings are from energies that I pick up from people that energetically come to, either get a reading or maybe they click on a video, right? I can pick up on their energy, right? But this particular platform gives you a little bit more about me. Who's this person that's just tapping into my energy? How does she know so much, right? Because if I'm going to put you in a position where you're feeling transparent, even if you never comment on a video that is your reading, then I need to put myself also in a position to be naked spiritually, mentally, physically in front of you, literally, right? These are real stories. Sometimes I'll drop a couple of gems, by way of the stories that I've, seen and heard and, what I've lived through. It's been interesting up until this point. I don't regret any of it because in this moment, everything is perfect. Even the good, the bad, the ugly, it was perfect. It's exactly what I needed in order to get to this point. True story. But we're going to tap in. So I got off on a tangent, y'all. I do get off on tangents from time to time. It's just my overactive creative brain, and I've learned to just accept it about myself. Thank you for being patient with me. But I was going to say, what does that look like moving forward? Right? Right. Let's get right back on track. Right back to the original thoughts. What does that look like? So engulfing all of your senses, all of your chakras, your smell, you got your 6 senses, right? Or is it 5? Touch, smell, taste, and sight. Okay, and then there's always that 6th sense. Okay, but you got a whole bunch of senses. So when we're moving forward, How do we move forward? Seeing yourself as the person that you are desiring yourself to be right now in that moment. Okay? No matter what the circumstance, I'm just going to give you a random example. Let's just say I'm 600 pounds and I want to lose weight. In this moment, I'm going to see the end game in the current moment. I see myself the size I want to be. I see myself with the proper blood pressure. I see myself with the proper heart rate. I see myself in optimum health, and I hold to that vision. Denying the circumstances, faith is the evidence of things that I can't see yet. Right? And I hold true to it. And then I stop and I take a deep breath. And I just imagine what it would feel like to really be 100% healthy. And then I obsessively, compulsively, deliberately just focus on that. And then I engulf my senses. What does it taste like to eat better? What does that feel like for me? Oh, that feels really good in my body. Now I only crave things that are leading me to optimum health, renewing my age and renewing my health and renewing my body to its natural state of youth and great health. I hold true to that in this moment. I see it, I say it, I smell it, I touch it, I know what it looks like. I see it so clear, and I hold that mental picture. So much so that that reality now becomes something real by way of the fourth, fifth dimension. My mind has to make it so. It's the same with prosperity. It's the same with money, right? It's the same with what it is that you need. You just call out to it, and then you be it. You breathe it. Some people want money, and some people are money. They say money doesn't grow on trees. Who made up that lie? That's a lie. Money does grow on trees. That's why people buy a money tree. Money absolutely does grow on trees. That's what it's made out of, right? Okay. Needless to say, what does that look like moving forward? And so in that, you write yourself a letter, or you take a mental note, or however you need to do it, whatever works for you. Again, when you're moving forward, being this authentic self, these are just gems. These are just seeds. These are just little things that you're supposed to take from me. Hopefully it becomes contagious and you make it your own, because you got your own gems. You got your own story. There's things that you could share with the world as well, that the world needs to know. It's beautiful. Shout out to the angels. Yeah, I cannot make this up. Let me tell you how funny the universe is. Boy, this has been an interesting morning. You know, I've been getting up a lot earlier than normal. Naturally, my body clock is like up at 5, and I'm like, I'm up. You know, I'm up. I homeschool my son. Okay. We get up, we take our morning hike, our walks, whatever we do down by the lake. It's beautiful. Feed the ducks, talk to the birds. Whatever we do that. Nevertheless, 5 in the morning, I get up, and that's a time for me to have time for myself. Before I become a mom, before I become a sister, before I become Neff online, before I, become anything to anybody, anywhere, at any time, I got to talk to myself. Hey, self, how you doing? Let's check in with self. How you feeling today? Feeling pretty good. I laid upon my bed and said I'm feeling pretty good. And so today has been quite interesting. I went out today, just real quick story, and the signs and the synchronicities were there. I told the universe, show me what's going on. What is it that I need to know? So I stop off by this place. I haven't had coffee in over a month because I've been doing juicing. I'm like, I want some espresso. No coffee, no cream, don't do no dairy. Adios, arrivederci. And if I do, it's going to be coconut milk. But I wanted Americano, a large Americano espresso, right? So I pull up and I'm like, I've never been to this place. Let me pull up to this place. I pull up. As soon as I pull up, the woman was so amazing. Her energy, I'm like, oh my God, her energy was so beautiful. She's like, I love your nails. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I told her, about my nails and blah, blah, blah. So we're having a conversation. She makes me my drink. I see she's got her protection crystals on. And I'm just sitting there waiting. And I look up and I see Unicorn Way. I said, Spirit, so I'm a unicorn now. We're unicorns. We really are the anomaly, right? We stand out. We stick out like a sore thumb or a happy thumb, however you want to see it, right? We're not meant to fit in everywhere. This is not about forcing and fitting anything. Just so y'all know what happened before I got to this spiritual conversation today. And so then I go over and I get my son some French toast sticks, okay? Which I don't do the French toast sticks anymore. But he's like, Mom, I'll change my diet when I'm ready. He's primarily vegan as well, but he has his things still that he wants. So I said, you know what? This is about making your own choices. I trust that whatever I put in you, you're making your own choices. So I got him some French toast sticks. And when I pulled up, the lady was so nice. She says, we're gonna make them nice and fresh for you so that they're nice and fluffy. Did you want the real maple syrup? I'm like, yes, of course, real maple syrup, right? Even though I got real maple syrup at home, I don't eat no high fructose corn syrup. Nevertheless, I gotta tell you the truth. Then she reaches behind the side and I said, oh, Spirit, I said, this lady's been through a lot. And I always get people's names, just so y'all know, between me and you, I always look at people's name tags. And then if Spirit tells me to go home and pray for them, I do. I really do. Like, I really, really do. I do. In real life, I sure do. And I looked at her and I said, ooh, so I sent her a whole bunch of light. I know my light is powerful. And she came back and she says, here's your French toast sticks. I said, oh, thank you. She says, oh, don't forget your crown. I said, huh? She comes out with the crown from behind the counter. And I said, oh, she said, because every queen needs a crown. I said, Spirit, that's how you're about to start my day off. I'm like, this is so beautiful. I said, thank you. I said, I'm going to give this to my son at home. She says, but you need your crown too. I said, thank you. I appreciate that. So just so you know, today is going to be a very interesting day. And this is spot on from what we just talked about. That was the moral of the story. But you know, I got to take you down the long road. This is Conversations with Nev. Listen, healing lies with positivity. This says it's not about the destination. Did we not just talk about being in the current moment? Okay, yes, you got your starting game and you got your end game. You know what you want things to look like. But in this current moment, holding true to what it looks like right now. Defying the odds, defying what things appear to be, ignoring what they look like right now because you already know what it is. I've imagined myself to be that which I have imagined myself to be. Who's gonna stop me? It's my imagining faculty type of an energy. This says it's about the experience. So today, I just wanna stop and give thanks. Spirit is on point. Thank you, Spirit. This is what moving forward looks like for me. This is what moving forward looks like. I envision this moment. And so it's here, but I did it right now here with you all. And look at the card that came out. It says, you don't need to be somewhere or have something to be happy. The experience is always more memorable than the actual destination or object of your desire. If you think more about the destination than the actual journey, you will miss all of what is happening right now in the now. Come through, Spirit, with the confirmation. It says the destination is actually about the journey that it takes to get there. Don't miss out on all the lively and lovely experiences while you're on the way to whatever it is that you are accomplishing. Don't measure success by where you have been, but by what you have learned in your journeys. Be aware of how you quantify success. Becoming aware of your thought patterns allows you to reduce them. By reducing our thoughts, we have more time to be in the present. Ciao. That is so funny that card came out like that. It's so beautiful when you're in alignment and the universe just gives you everything that you need. What does the universe have to say to us on today? Listen. Breathe in the moment is what this card says. You know, as long as I've had this gift, I still am like a child of the universe, a kid on Christmas Day, for those of you that celebrate Christmas, or just somebody that has a birthday every day. You're just happy. I'm still in awe of how Source just communicates. Like, this never gets old. It never gets like, oh, I love the surprises that the day has for us. It's like, oh, there's my number. Or you might see 555 or 808 or 807 or whatever. Listen, this is about being in the moment. Currently, it says relax your eyes and breathe in, out normally. Can you imagine breathing like that all day though? Like that being your normal breath? You just breathing in and out. You just feeling real good, taking a deep breath, being grateful for the fact that you can take a deep breath is a beautiful thing, isn't it? This says normalize it. Pay attention to your breathing as if it were a captivating story. What part of your body is doing the breathing? Is it your diaphragm? Is it your chest? Is it your whole body? How rapid is your breathing? Are your breaths quick? Are they drawn out? Are your breaths difficult when you breathe? God forbid. Is there any pain in your breaths? God forbid. If there is, I send healing, light, and love to those parts of your physical body, and just open that up. Find you some natural things, eucalyptus, peppermint, put that in a teapot. Get you a teapot just for steeping all natural elements. Listen, and clear your air so you can take a deep breath. That reminds me, I gotta definitely put on my teapot, y'all, for my, is it menthol crystals? Let me show y'all this. Excuse me, ooh wee. Talking about taking a deep breath. Listen, I saw this on somebody's platform and I ordered them, and it was the best thing that I could have ordered, y'all. I gotta share this with you, okay? If I can find it, please tell me I can find it. I done done all this talking. Please tell me, where are my crystals? I had them here. Oh, here they go. Okay, so listen. As soon as I said taking a deep breath, you notice how I just released that energy? When you cough, when you sneeze, your body is so smart. It's literally just releasing energy in places where something needs to be released. But this right here, these are menthol crystals, okay? I got these online from Amazon. I'm probably gonna buy a bigger bag, but I don't know if you can see that, if y'all can read backwards, but they're the menthol crystals. Listen, get you a teapot, okay? If you have a Big Lots near you, find a teapot. They're inexpensive, specifically for burning your herbs. Put some mint leaves in there, put your eucalyptus, put your menthol crystals. These right here, let me tell you something. These are absolutely incredible. You talk about opening up the air passage, clearing out the nasal passage, which absolutely does help you open up your third eye. When I first started with these, my eyes started to water. Remember, I'm leaving dairy alone, and I'm doing my best to leave bread alone, y'all, but I love bread. Oh, especially at Italian restaurants. It's the Italiano in me. I got a lot of Italian on my mother's side of the family, and that bread with the pesto, child, listen, I could do bread and pesto for life, okay? I was able to find a plant-based pesto. Hold on, y'all, I dropped my earpiece. I was able to find a plant-based pesto. Child, I am so in love with this plant-based pesto. I put it on everything. Now, I'm not fully vegan. I still have things that I like. Like, I love lamb chops, okay? It's a very clean animal. That's the only type of meat outside of salmon. I like smoked salmon, you know, but primarily I've done a real big change. And I'm doing the Yaki Awakening juicing, which I think is phenomenal. If you get a chance to look this person up, Yaki Awakening, I'll tell you the recipe right now. 7 green apples, okay? A handful of celery with the stems on them, cucumbers peeled, okay? Just toss them in there. You ain't got to measure. You can't mess this stuff up. A handful of parsley and a handful of cilantro. I forgot to get the cilantro, y'all, but I've been on this. Oh, and I think like a half a teaspoon, depending on how much you're making, of cayenne pepper. Listen to me when I tell you this. This stuff is like the science behind it. It's just so amazing. When I tell you by way of ascension, the body will start to reject certain things. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I tried to eat something that I normally eat, and I literally got disgusted. I was like, oh, this used to be my favorite thing. And I went back to it and I was like, I can't eat this. My taste buds just didn't want it. Now think about that from a mind standpoint. You see how powerful the mind is? Why you have to be conscious of what you tell yourself. My mind remembered, oh, we really used to like this. This was really, really good. But my taste buds and the biology makeup of my body has been restored so pristinely that my body was like, what is this? Nah, girl. And somebody offered it to me. A good friend came over the other day. And he's like, just try it. And I'm like, okay. So I took a little bit. I was like, you know what? I don't want any. He's like, oh my God, it's so good. I'm like, no, I'm good. He's on a high protein diet, hitting the gym. He looks really good. Which that works for him. Protein meaning chicken, meat, and I just don't have a taste for it. I just don't want it. I want to eat what it is that I want. I can taste real food, okay? I've always been healthy though. But you know how sometimes you get off track and you're like, I know better. Let me get back on track. That's what I did. But I just had to tell y'all that. So breathe in the moment, okay? Every morning I try to put on the crystals, the menthol crystals that I just showed y'all in a teapot. And I just let it, and once my teapot starts to whistle, I turn it down on low, and I even like the sound of the whistle. I just let that thing whistle, 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 whistle all throughout the morning. And I just let it fill the air. It's very, very powerful. It's good for people who need to eliminate asthma. That's the thing about Western medicine. It's really interesting. They give you things that keep you sick. They never give you things to get rid of it. I hear people walk around all day, oh, I have allergies. I'm like, oh, you need to get rid of that. Like, no, let's not claim that. I don't know. No, I don't want to claim that for you. Oh, I'm allergic to bees. Okay, well, let's figure out how we can get rid of that. Yeah. White tea is good for allergies. Oh, I got to go get my allergy shot. You need to research that allergy shot. What's in that thing? Maybe you can find a natural alternative. We're in the age of Aquarius, the age of information. There's no reason to be sitting around volunteering the fact that you want to be sick. Okay, I just had to get that out. Maybe I went on a tangent, but this says breathe in the moment. Just by acknowledging your breaths, you give yourself more life and value. This will also allow your mind and your body to relax, for the focus is now on the breath and nothing else. I feel like this is going to be our moment. Take these two things, right? Being in the moment, okay? If you're starting something new, remember to have fun. This is why on my other platform, y'all, you see me laughing my ass off. You hear me? I don't want to laugh my ass off. I want to keep a little bit of my ass. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to literally laugh my ass off. I want to laugh some of the cellulite off, you know what I mean? If not all of it, that would be nice. Let's really get in the moment with that. Let's imagine that. Let's engulf all of our senses. I see it, I said it, and that's what it is. That's it. And so in this moment, I love you all. But on the other platform, for me, it's comic relief. In the middle of what appears to be turmoil, pain, the dark night of the soul, my thing is this: if I'm going to be a spirit guide, I'm going to be a funny spirit guide. I'm going to help you laugh through this. You know why? Because most of it's an illusion. Most of it is you giving your power over to things that you no longer need to give your power to. Most of it is you realizing that, one, you're your own savior. Come on up out of the dark night of the soul. And sometimes my readings come off like they're sarcastic. I'm not for everybody. Some people don't like me. I don't give a doggone. If I walked around thinking about who liked me and who didn't, then when do I ever get a chance to like myself and attract people that like me? It's 18:18 on the clock, or 8:18 I meant to say. So nevertheless, this is the message. I love y'all so much. The phone is about to cut off. Leave a heart down below. Wrap your arms around yourself and let yourself know that you love yourself. I'm going to clear out the memory and I'll come back. I'm going to post more videos. I love y'all. Until then, peace be with you.